Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Factory podcast. This is the Super Bowl recap. What a Super Bowl it was, too. It could have been the greatest Super Bowl of all time if only the script wasn't so well written, maybe poorly written, because we could all understand what was about to happen. So the Chiefs and Eagles played in the Super Bowl on Sunday, and it was a back-and-forth affair. The Eagles were winning by 10 at half, but I looked and I was like, you know, when you look at that, I'm like, yeah, but the Chiefs are going to win. I don't know. It's just like the whole time you can feel like, the Chiefs are going to win this game, right?
Most definitely.
But I'm thinking like, when is that going to happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens to make it official? And then when Kadarius Toney got that return, and then 2 times in the red zone he got wide open touchdowns.
Same play. They just flipped it. Same play. Same exact play. Flipped it. They pressed R2. And that's it.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But see, I thought the script ended there though. I did think that it was gonna like the Chiefs kind of run it up a little bit, get like another late touchdown to really cement it. But Jalen Hurts said, I'm trying to bust the script. I'm a plot buster. I'm trying. He was trying, and I commend him because he was killing it. He was killing it.
They did.
I believe like Jalen played better than Patrick. Jalen, he got a late throw down the field, got a touchdown at the end, and then he got the 2-point conversion. He trucking people in. He's like, yeah, I squat 600 pounds, boy, I can get in there. So, and then they went down the field. I'm like, Eagles defense, y'all had the 3rd most sacks in NFL history.
Nope.
Y'all are supposed to have a good defense. Please, one stop. They almost made that stop too, just to get a field goal. It was 3rd and 8. I said, okay, get him off the field, right? And I told my girlfriend, too. I was like, hey, if they get a first down here, the game's over, right? Literally, 3rd and 8, get a first down, the game's over. So stop. You just need to stop to a field goal. And they did until that dynastic plot activated. And like I said, you get every call you need.
That was the call they needed. You're right. That was the one.
And they got the exact call they needed that ended the game. That call is going to live in Philadelphia forever, too. John wanted that. He needed something that hurt, and that hurt.
He didn't want the work on that, bro. Where he at?
Now, you say he's not available. He's not available
bro.
today. But he wanted it. He got it. That is the dumbest thing. There is no way. Maurice literally talked about this the other week when the Bengals lost. You do not completely determine a game from a ticky-tack call. Like, that is if it was the most obvious holding penalty ever, I'd understand. But in the 4th quarter, when they need a first down, and it's like the littlest touch ever, and you let them play the entire game, to call holding at that exact moment to end what could have been the greatest Super Bowl of all time, is beautiful dynastic plot. And I commend it. Patrick, we knew you were the main character. And I told you he'd be the main character. Jared, you better buckle up.
It's gonna be for a minute, dog.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
It's gonna be a minute.
Jared, we talked about this for many months, and we are here now. Jared, what is your thoughts of the script finally coming into fruition and Patrick Mahomes being the main character?
I hate it so much because there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to watch, and it ruins you on the inside. But it happens all the time. It's just a bigger stage. So it's
the biggest stage, actually.
The biggest stage.
Biggest stage.
Maurice, what you think about that game, man?
All right, so 2nd quarter, they was down, was it 24-14, right? They were 24, and I know Chiefs fans were going down with hope. They saw him get injured. I know Jared, you was happy, dog. You probably wasn't happy for the injury. I ain't gonna say that, but you was. I ain't gonna say maybe you probably, but I know. But I looked at him. And said maybe he might be down for a minute. But once I saw him come back and he just walking normally, I said, yeah, they gonna win this game. I guaranteed it. I knew they gonna win that game. There's no reason for them. I would say both teams play well. I was telling my dad this. Like, these are definitely the best 2 teams in NFL. When I watched it, I was like, I guarantee these are definitely the best 2 teams. We got the best 2 teams to play in the Super Bowl this year, and it came out to a good game, nonetheless. But the Chiefs obviously gonna win because when they have Patrick Mahomes. So,
hey. But I tell you, hey, look, I saw my man. My man had an ankle injury, and he was like grimacing in pain, and he's leaning over on his trainer. And then in the fourth quarter, that man running on that bum ankle that we thought he running for 20, 25 yards. I'm like,
endorphins
what they injected him?
Endorphins, dog. Endorphins been pumping. He probably felt it, but he didn't feel it that much. He feeling it today though. I know he feeling it today. I know it hurt. He probably got crutches and everything, walking all about.
Jared, I'm telling you, man. Look, this is how the dynasties work. Usually it switches every decade. But like I told Maurice, the Seahawks, when they threw that ball and it got intercepted, the Patriots got the dynasty again. But the 2010s were the NFC's decade to be a dynasty. That was the Seahawks' turn. It just got intercepted, but it's still going in that pattern. Like, it's AFC, NFC, AFC. 2020s is supposed to be AFC regardless. Who is the team in the AFC? Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, Jared. I'm just wondering who they're going to face in the Super Bowl next year and how that team going to lose.
How they going to lose? Somebody going to beat them, though. They're going to fall off eventually. I mean, not fall off, but somebody going to have it's going to be a bad loss for them one time. But it ain't going to be anytime soon. No time soon. I don't believe it.
See, look, it's funny, though. I'm telling you, I made a TikTok. It's doing well.
It's doing really well. Really well.
Yeah, it's doing well. It's about the plot script. And people understand, yes, this is plot. Read the script, Jalen. Now, I'm telling you, look, Jalen, he reading the script right now. Obviously, it was terrible. Jalen, Eagles, y'all not going back to the Super Bowl next year. Damn. I am sorry.
Are you guaranteeing it?
I guarantee it. I told you, if you lose on some tough-ish, it's done. I told you about the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons fans and the England Patriots will be like, they're on the Reddit with the Falcons fans. Hey, guys, I know tough loss, but we'll face each other next year in the Super Bowl. Hey, y'all stay up. Y'all have a really good team. Never again. Matt Ryan not playing quarterback no more. Remember Cam Newton? Remember Cam Newton?
Cam Newton? My gosh.
Yeah. Man, Carolina did so well. Hey, we were 15-1. We'll get back. Don't you guys worry. Cam Newton's out of the league.
I have a question for that, though. I wonder how many of these teams, right? Okay, the Falcons and the Panthers. How many teams were? Oh no, that's not how many teams. But what was their schedule the year before? Were they the fourth in their seeding or like fourth in the division, so they had an easier schedule? Because I always wonder if that's the reason why they're always harder. Because obviously you're gonna have the hardest schedule since you're number. Well, maybe maybe you're a wild card spot, but I'm pretty sure the Falcons and the Panthers were the number one seed. And both of those, so they're gonna have the hardest schedule. So obviously that should go make it even harder to come back from. But I wonder if the year before that they made it to the Super Bowl and they were the lowest seed, so that's the reason they made it to the Super Bowl in general. I wonder how many times that happened.
That's a good point. I would say they probably had the number 2 or number 3 ranked in the division. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they had something around that. But obviously when you get a number 1 ranked, I remember the first game Carolina played. When they faced outside the Super Bowl was the Broncos again.
Yeah, I remember
faced the Broncos.
That's when they killed Cam Newton. They were destroying that man.
Whooping his ass again. Tough.
So yeah, they lost twice. I tell you lose twice to the same team.
Yeah, they killed his confidence. They killed the whole team's confidence. Died. The Broncos legit killed him to get their confidence multiple times.
I think it is like it's hard to make a Super Bowl twice. Period. Right. Like it's the hardest thing. The only teams that have done it made 2 back-to-back Super Bowls in this century are the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Chiefs. Only 3 teams, and those are the 3 teams that are supposed to be the dynasties: the Patriots, the Seahawks. But then the worst play of all time freaking happened and ended that whole thing, and now the Chiefs. And Jared, you're not beating the Chiefs next year.
No,
Sean Payton.
He's not enough.
That dynastic plot is official now. We know the main character too. Wow. You got Naruto. You got Goku in your division. It's activated. It's activated now, Jared. They were supposed to lose that game. They could have lost that game. Jalen Hurts fumbling the ball and the guy like, what are you doing? It's freaking fourth down. He fumbling the ball and they recovering. Got touchdowns. Look, Sean Payton ain't enough. Sean Payton had disaster plot. Unless something happened in Denver, unless something crazy happened in Denver, he ain't getting that.
Fucking avalanche or some shit. I don't know. Avalanche start happening. That's the only way, dog.
That's the only way. So look, Maurice is an expert. He can write a whole book on how to live in this type of thing. You could be like the Jets, and you could upset the Chiefs one time in the postseason.
We'll take it. That's all I need.
Really?
You could be like the Jets and be in the AFC Championship a couple years, you know what I'm saying? Do some surprises stuff, and then lose to some other team like a Joe Burrow. I can see that, Joe Burrow beating you. Just like Ben Roethlisberger did to the Jets type thing.
Yeah.
So I can see that. But Patrick Mahomes, I think he's probably gonna get 4 or 5 rings. I ain't gonna lie to you. So this puts into this question I have for y'all. Where do you rank Patrick Mahomes all time in the quarterback list?
Lord.
Where do you rank him?
I'm gonna do this real quick. I just want to pull up top 10 QBs just for me.
Yeah.
Just so I can.
Him, right? Not the team.
Yeah, just him. Where is Patrick Mahomes ranked on the all-time?
I'm just curious to see who's. Okay. All right. He's better than Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson on the top 10?
Well, they gave me like
are you talking about now? That's a now list or all-time list?
This is. I'll do this one.
Okay, he's much better than Russell Wilson.
No, that's not it.
Freaking Jared would trade for Russell Wilson. I mean, Patrick Mahomes right now if he could.
You get that plot.
I'm going to ask you, so, Jared, do you think Patrick Mahomes is better than John Elway? Bias it up.
He is. No, he's definitely better. I ain't going to.
Give me that bias. Give me that bias,
better.
Jared.
Does John Elway have any MVPs? He at least won one MVP?
I don't know.
I want to say he won one.
I don't know. That's a good question. Did he win an MVP?
I know.
Dan Marino.
Terrell Davis won it in '98. I think he won it in '90.
I don't know. Brett Favre and Emmitt Smith.
You don't think so?
Oh no! Oh no! Let's see. Well, I think maybe if he has one, it's like just randomly in the 80s. I feel like
87.
He's definitely a top 5 quarterback. I'm looking at this list. Yeah, he's definitely a top 5 quarterback.
Isn't it? What did he do in 87? What did John Elway do in 87 to win MVP? That's such a random. I know it's one of them random 80s years.
Why he won it too?
They got blown out in the Super Bowl. I think is what.
Let's see. He was 8-3-1. He only played 12 games. Good for him. He won MVP. He threw 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's not some Dan Marino numbers. Those are my Dan Marino numbers.
Giants beat the Broncos 39-20.
Tough. Oh, that's the first. That's
Giants. Oh, okay.
Oh no, that's Phil Simms doing that. Is okay, Joe Jared, is Patrick Mahomes better than Peyton Manning? Then you got to concede to the Chiefs.
In terms of
as a quarterback, like if you're a team and you're drafting a quarterback,
I want to say yeah. I wouldn't say yeah, but like because Patrick Mahomes again didn't run it, like Patrick Mahomes is hard to. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes is the dynasty. Peyton Manning ran into the dynasty multiple times. He ran into the dynastic plot. So it's just hard. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Peyton had adversity plot. Patrick ain't got no adversity plot. He at home. He has not had a road playoff game to this day. That man has not traveled in the postseason once.
There we go.
There is no adversity for Patrick Mahomes. Just win, baby.
He's not better than him yet. Patrick Mahomes he's better than Aaron Rodgers though. He's either 4 or 5 at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Patrick Mahomes is better than Peyton Manning. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You think so?
Peyton Manning has many 12-win seasons and go in postseason and lose immediately. It is freaking ridiculous. He has probably set the NFL record for winning 12 games and going into postseason doing nothing. He lost to the Jets 41-0 at one point. How the heck you lose 41-0 in a playoff game?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Peyton Manning, I see 12-win season, eliminated divisional round. 12-win season, wild card round. Peyton, buck up.
Well, the Chiefs have had 12-win seasons each time, 12 plus with Patrick Mahomes, and they lost. Have they always lost in the conference championship?
Yes, they make the conference championship. They either lose the conference championship or Super Bowl.
Each year they lost. Wow, that's crazy.
Like this is Patrick Mahomes' first 5 seasons. Lost in AFC Championship to the main character. Lost in the made the Super Bowl off of coming off 24-0 comeback, 10-point comeback, and 10-point comeback in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl against the Super 49ers.
Okay.
The next year, he loses to the main character again, Tom Brady, in the playoffs. Then the next year he loses to what we think is the plot buster, Joe Burrow, conference championship game. And then he wins the Super Bowl, coming back from down 10 at halftime against Philadelphia Eagles. So he's either coming back. That's why 10-point lead is just like, if I have a 10-point lead, I feel like I'm gonna lose. Like if you facing the Chiefs and you're up 10, we're gonna lose. That's the evil number. Don't be up 10. Be up 13.
Dead ass. Yeah, you're speaking facts. I can see your argument that him being better than Peyton Manning, but I don't know. I can see because as of right now, he already got 2 MVPs in 5 years since he's been starting, right?
Yes.
So he's on pace to obviously break Peyton Manning's shit at this point. So I could definitely see the argument of why he could be better.
In 5 seasons, Patrick Mahomes is a 2-time NFL MVP, a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, has the most passing yards for this specific age in NFL history, and he's the only person this century to win an NFL MVP and a Super Bowl MVP in the same year. Dynastic plot coming crazy. Jared, I'm not gonna lie to you. You might run into something that's even worse than what Maurice did. I don't know, Jared. Jared might be 2030. So? We might be 2030. Like, dang, he's on his 8th straight.
Speaking facts. How old is Travis Kelce? How old is Travis Kelce? I'm just curious.
He's drafted in 2013. So
I wonder if he ever retires.
He's probably like 30.
Would that
31,
dip? Will that dip? Because Travis Kelce, again, he always just finds a way to be open. I don't know how. He just always open somehow. Even when he's not open, he making like. So he probably got. 33. He's 33, really? So maybe, I don't know. People play a long time now.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like. There's no slowing. Like, he's literally always still open. He's still open all the time. There's no like. And he's winning Super Bowls. And he caught. But like the Chiefs, they get cocky though. Jared, I can see why you don't like the Chiefs. Obviously, like I don't like the Chiefs. They ruined me and my whole franchise. But I can see why you don't like the Chiefs either. Because I know Travis Kelce was talking big. At the end of the game, and then Patrick Mahomes Sr. is like, we spoke in that Philly blunt tonight.
That's fucked up.
So I can see why they're annoying, and Juju Smith-Schuster probably gonna make a lot of TikToks now. Patrick Mahomes' brother probably gonna make some TikToks too.
Oh my gosh.
So they're probably gonna be a very annoying and insufferable team for many years. But Jared, look, what can y'all do? Because y'all are in the division. Y'all face them twice. Y'all have the ability. Because look, the reason why Tom Brady always was winning is because his division, it was like money. Like I'm winning 5-1. I'm going 5-1 at least in the division. At worst, Jared, I think did Patrick go? He swept the division. It was 6-0, right? I'm pretty sure he was 6-0 in the division. Who? I know no one beat him. I know nobody beat that man.
Chargers didn't beat him.
I know the Raiders didn't beat him. The Chargers the only chance, but I don't think the Chargers beat him.
I know Raiders didn't beat him. Yeah, no way.
No, I think it was 6-0.
So if you keep going, getting free 6 wins, and then let me just win. Go 6-4, 6-3 the rest of the way. Like challenge him. What can y'all do to What can y'all do to challenge him? What can your division know? Because look, Jared, you can't just think about yourself.
Yeah.
Your whole division, you can't be like the Dolphins and the Jets and the Bills. You guys have to challenge him. You gotta make it a 3-3 division, a 4-2 division at worst. What can y'all do in that division? Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos to stop him from realizing that full potential and making sure he wins the next 2-3 Super Bowls. What can y'all do? Obviously, the Raiders get a quarterback, but what can y'all do?
When they get Aaron Rodgers, it'll be pretty interesting.
Aaron Rodgers he gonna turn to Russell Wilson again. It's just every you go to division, it's just the fact that he's in division 2, Patrick Mahomes division. It just hurts you. It completely takes away all your talent.
They're also a good start though. They're doing much better in our division because they almost all of them basically have their franchise quarterbacks, except for the Raiders, obviously, but they all have their franchise quarterbacks. So y'all definitely off to a better start than the AFC East.
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers got Justin Herbert, and then, I know John hates him, but you got Justin Herbert with Kellen Moore. I guess a lot of the Chargers fans like Kellen Moore. I don't know why, but we'll see. Yeah, let him cook. You got Sean Payton. I don't know, Jared. Sean Payton got to do a lot. Sean Payton, hey, he a great quarterback coach, great offensive coordinator, great head coach. I just watched the 2009 Saints, the little documentary from them. It was a beautiful documentary, even though they were doing legal things, hitting people and trying to break them on purpose.
That's what we need to do to stop Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, it's a lot, but there's a lot of other ways to do it too. You could maybe try to take one of the. Nobody's got Eric Bieniemy. I think that's how you say his name.
Eric Bieniemy. Yeah.
Nobody's got him yet. You can maybe because usually when the Super Bowl wins, obviously a lot of talent is taken from it, and in free agency, you could maybe take somebody from free agency, overpay them. I mean, if I was one of those, if I was that, I would probably. There's multiple ways to like make a team lose. You try to maybe utilize all of them. Take some talent from him.
I think Andy Reid needs to get like high cholesterol from all his burgers.
That could work.
And then we beat him.
That works too.
But with Eric Bieniemy's like Whiffy's also like really good too.
So take him before, take him and then give him more cheeseburgers, and then he get high cholesterol.
Yeah, I looked at the quote. They said, "Andy, are you gonna retire after this?" He said, "Man, I'm gonna play for a long time. I'm gonna do this for a long time." So he gonna be coaching for a while.
Wow.
Jared, man.
Jared.
Hey, look, if you're an Eagles fan, how sick are you though? If you're an Eagles fan, are you sick?
Sick? I feel like no, because I feel like every team goes through it. I feel like if you make the Super Bowl, you're gonna have this type of denial. Obviously, they don't see it. They don't see like if you have this type of bad loss, they gonna make the Super Bowl. I know in their mind, like, we made it this far. We got a franchise quarterback. We got a franchise wide receiver, tight end. We could do it again. But I know because they're in denial. Obviously, you come off this high. So I think right now they're definitely in denial of what's happening. If
you go to Eagles Reddit and they'll be like, great game, and man, we'll get back to you guys. No, you're not.
Is that what they said? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, man. I tell you, I know. I remember. This is why I remember. I tell you, look, I remember when the Browns, they faced the Chiefs. It was 2 years ago, divisional round. And like Chad Henne came in because Mahomes got hurt, and Baker Mayfield got the ball down 5.
Oh yeah,
you got to score a touchdown, man. I literally looked at the screen. I said, "Bro, this is it. Like, this is your. It's like if you don't get this, it's done. It's wraps."
I forgot about that too. Yeah, I remember that too.
I said, if you don't get this, it's wraps. Like, this is your best chance ever. Like, if you win this, which is very winnable game. Now it's a winnable game. You can go to the next round, have a chance at a Super Bowl, man. You face the Bills. Let's see what happens. They ain't get it done. Baker Mayfield left. Baker Mayfield fell off a cliff. Baker Mayfield's not on the team no more.
That's how it is. I'm telling you, NFL teams, do try your best to not have bad losses, bro. Talk to the referees, talk to the script writers or something. Make sure a bad loss is not in your future, because that shit going to ruin your franchise.
It's not like Jared. I'm telling you, look, we were up 24-0 against the Chiefs. 24-0 lead. I was like, but we face the Titans the next round. We win this game, but let's get it. But we got this. We blew that in one quarter. Look what happened. DeAndre Hopkins get traded. Deshaun Watson's gone by within a year. Deshaun Watson turns out to be a bad person too. Bill O'Brien fired the next year.
Oh shit!
Texas is the worst team in the league now. I'm telling you, went from we went from literally contenders, best chance ever to be in the Super Bowl to being the worst team in the league for the last 3 years.
I remember how long it took y'all to get a quarterback. Finally get your quarterback too. And y'all got it, and then damn.
Taken away. It's gone now.
That's gone.
It's because that loss. And it's because that loss. And look at this. The Jets. Look at the Jets. LaDainian Tomlinson got stuffed at the 1 yard line. They ain't been to the playoffs since.
It's just how it is, bro. That's how it be.
Jared, I don't know your excuse because you won a Super Bowl and then haven't been to the playoffs since. Like, what's your excuse? You just backwards. That's very backwards of you.
We can't. Well, I guess until now we couldn't stick with the quarterback or a head coach or an offensive coordinator. Like, we've had 7 different head coaches in 7 years.
What?
So,
like 13 quarterbacks. Like, you can't.
Is John Elway bad at his job? Is John Elway not good at his job?
He's terrible at picking quarterbacks. Terrible.
Ironic.
Even Russell Wilson. He's terrible at picking a Russell Wilson.
He doesn't do that now. But yeah, but now our GM is. It's a lot. The whole contract, Russell, we didn't need to sign him. Like, he hadn't played a game. There was no need to sign Russell Wilson to the deal we signed him to. But our GM wanted to be nice, so he did it.
He was confident. Beautiful. He was confident. So he had time when y'all traded for him. He had time left on his deal.
Yeah, we had 2 years left.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's tough. Yeah, that's sort of tough. Guaranteed money too? Is it like fully guaranteed?
It's not fully guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
It's 150 guaranteed or 160.
Well, we'll see then. We'll see what happens this year. Just a real year.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, John. This is for you. I'm gonna do this one for you, John. I look at this schedule of the Eagles. They call them the Philadelphia Frauds. They said the whole year was a Mickey Mouse year. So, John, I want you to listen to me, John. This is a segment just for you. I'm gonna read their schedule, and there's like descriptions of every win they get, and it's a negative win. It's like a Mickey Mouse win. So if you look at week 1, they faced Detroit Lions. They beat a bottom 5 defense by 3 points.
Yep.
Week 2, they faced the Vikings. They beat Kirk Cousins in primetime. That's obviously a win. Week 3, they beat Carson Wentz. He's an awful quarterback. This is not 2017. Week 4, he beat Trevor Lawrence before he remembered how to play quarterback against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Week 5, they beat Cardinals without Hopkins or a kicker. Okay. Week 6, they beat the Cowboys. They beat Cooper Rush. He is not a starting quarterback.
Okay.
Week 7, he beat the Steelers. Beat a bottom 3 team at the time. So the Steelers were a terrible team at the time. Then they faced the Texans, struggled versus a 3-13-1 Texans team. They did struggle in that game. I do remember that game. The World Series was happening at the same exact time.
Okay.
Then they lost to Taylor Heineke at home. What are you doing? They beat the Colts 4-12-1 by 1 point. That's an awful team. Beat the Packers by 1 score, despite Aaron Rodgers being hurt. So Jordan Love had to play in that game, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Titans in the middle of their 7-game losing streak because the Titans went on a boo-boo losing streak at the end of that season. They faced the Giants. They beat Daniel Jones. He's not good. Bears barely beat literally the worst team in the NFL.
Damn.
That's actually us though. But you know, Lovie Smith got me. The Cowboys lost after Dak dropped 40 on them. Saints lost to Andy Dalton by double digits. Giants beat the Giants practice squad. This is the last game of the season. Beat the Giants practice squad by 1 score. Then they beat Daniel Jones after he used up all his power in the wild card. Then they beat the 49ers quarterback 4 and Brock Purdy without an elbow ligament. And then they blew a 10-point fourth quarter lead in the Super Bowl.
To the Chiefs. It's tough.
That's their season.
It's tough. I wonder were they were probably they wasn't the I know they wasn't the were they last in the division last year? Or was that the Commanders?
No, Commander. Yeah, they
no,
were.
It was probably the Giants because the Giants got like 5th seed. They got they were the 5th pick, so it's probably the Giants. So they're probably the second.
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year. They made the Buccaneers beat them in the wild card.
Okay, so it wasn't like they had like the worst thing, but yeah.
Yeah, but they had a lot of fortune, obviously, and I don't know. The Eagles were a team that was they're not a fourth quarter team. They're definitely like a second quarter, third quarter team. Like first quarter, they score quick, and then they kind of like hover, and then the second quarter they go like crazy. They start getting on you. Third quarter, get on you, and the fourth quarter they disappear. But I'm gonna tell you, I gotta talk to the defensive coordinator too, because I'm freaking. We almost had we had an interview with Jonathan Gannon, defensive coordinator. It's a great thing we hired D'Amico Ryans, because goodness gracious, that's freaking abomination. Look, y'all got a good defense. That's what I heard. Hassan Reddick, I don't know where you were at. Hassan Reddick, you freaking dislocated Brock Purdy's elbow, and then you don't touch Pat. Bruh, where are you? There's Montez Sweat. There's Fletcher Cox. There's Graham. All of y'all, right? Y'all have 10 sacks each. My man ain't get sacked once.
Once? Wow.
My man had a clean jersey tied. Was it tied? Ty could have had a commercial on this man's jersey because it was so freaking clean. There ain't no way he ain't get sacked. They scored. They had 4 possessions in the freaking second half. They scored on every possession. Every single time.
The Eagles offense did all they could, though. Because they were killing clock. They were killing. If you were watching them, they were, because didn't Mauricio say, like, bro, I saw double zeros on that play clock a couple times. They were killing clock, bro. They did not. And obviously, they played each other. That's smart. And it still didn't work. Because obviously, the Eagles defense were just not, they didn't come to play that game. At least the defensive line didn't come to play. And I guess at the end, their corners. But that's just ticky-tack anyway.
But look. Yo, I'm thinking Chiefs. I'm like, okay, man, Patrick going to have to go through that defense. We'll see what he do. He said, well, let's see.
We'll see.
My man scored on almost every possession. Only 2 possessions he didn't score, which is one time they stopped him clean, and the second time a missed field goal. It's the only time they didn't score. They scored every other possession in the whole game. It's every time. Wow. The only reason they scored 100 points is because the Eagles hold the ball long. That's the only reason. That's the only thing. The only defense literally the Eagles scored was their time of possession. That's the only defense they had was time of possession from the offense. Yep. The offense held the ball for 10 minutes, and y'all come out, y'all well rested, and y'all suck. Ain't no way.
I told you the Chiefs offensive line good.
Coverages.
It was good. Yeah, it was a lot of blown.
Well, next year's Super Bowl will be Chiefs versus who?
Who was I don't even know who was the up and coming person this year. The 49ers? Is that the only?
It's not the 49ers.
I know it's not, but who was the usually every year there's like a spark like the Jags. Who was that for? Like the AFC? I mean the NFC.
NFC.
I had no idea.
Let's see. Well, if I look at the NFC West, they ain't got no. The Cardinals are not gonna do nothing.
I don't see the Cardinals doing that shit.
The 49ers, had they lost in the Super Bowl, they're not going back anytime soon. Who's in the division? Who's else in the division? The Seahawks, but Geno Smith, he said I ain't write them back, whatever.
The
but
Lions? It's gonna be the Lions.
Or if it is the Lions?
What if it's the Lions? That's crazy.
Because they did well. They were 9-8, and they had some momentum, and they got stopped. It's like they could be like the Suns in basketball when they were like they went to the bubble when 8-0. Like they play good at the very end, right? They in the season 8-0, and then the next year they win all them games to go to the finals. The Lions, they get that one player, and get them over.
I ain't gonna say it yet. No, it's not gonna be the Lions yet. Lions gonna be the one to beat. Chiefs gonna have a dynasty, and the Lions gonna be the one to beat them. I can see that shit. I can see the Lions being the one to end their dynasty.
The Lions have the literal worst.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why it has. That's why I see the script already. I'm typing that shit up as we speak, dog. I see it. I see it perfectly. The Lions had the worst plot ever, and they're gonna be the one to disturb the best plot ever. It just makes sense, bro. I'm telling you. Send that shit to WrestleMania right now, bro.
I tell you, yo, the Detroit Lions have not won a playoff game since 1991 with God. Barry Sanders. It's been 30 years since they've won a game. It's been 32 years since the Lions won a playoff game. The Lions beat the Cowboys in that game, and then the Cowboys next year became a super dynasty, and the Lions became irrelevant. So you thinking they went from not ever winning in the postseason?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's gonna be next year. It's not gonna be next year though. It's not gonna be this Super Bowl. But I think they're gonna be the one to beat their dynasty. They're gonna be the one to end their dynasty. I'm not saying they're gonna win a lot, but they're gonna win one, maybe.
What if the team's Justin Fields? What if Justin Fields, the Bears get the number 1 pick? They were playing good at the end of the year. Maybe. They just they started to tank a little bit at the end because obviously see if Lovie Smith helped you, and he did. But get that number 1 pick, or maybe trade back, get some extra capital, draft some players. Justin Fields is basically Jalen Hurts.
I'm about to say that. Yeah, I would say it's just the Eagles.
Yeah, so just try to copy that strategy. What if the Bears the team that makes some noise?
I don't know.
But you know what it could be?
Not yet.
You know what it could be? Maybe it's the Cowboys.
Not next year.
Whoa. Is it their time? I mean, everything looking right now. You might be speaking fact. And maybe it's their time.
Because I don't see no one else.
I don't see him, at least not yet. I don't see anybody else. Unless Aaron Rodgers legit taught this nigga Jordan Love how to play the most beautiful game. Because if you see Brett Favre went to Aaron Rodgers, and if Aaron Rodgers teaches Jordan Love, if he better than that, oh my God! Then the Packers just blessed with good quarterbacks at that point.
It's like Brett Favre won 3 MVPs, Aaron Rodgers won 4, Jordan Love won 5.
Shit. We'll see. But I can see the Cowboys. I can see that.
Because I look at the NFC South, that division terrible. Maybe Derek Carr can help the Saints. I feel like Derek Carr going to the Saints, but I feel like maybe that can. But I don't see like Kyle Trask is the Buccaneers quarterback now. That's terrible. Mm-mm. The Carolina Panthers, they don't have my man Dab. Dab on them folks. He's been gone. So yeah. And who's the next team? The Falcons. They got Desmond Riddler. Yeah. They got the Riddler. What the heck?
So why are you making fun of these? That's fucked up. We'll see.
So yeah, I think it might be Cowboys Chiefs, and that'll be interesting. And look, if it is Cowboys Chiefs, I hope the Chiefs home too.
Damn, are you serious? Wow.
That's the only time I'll be rooting for Mahomes for that plot.
I think I'd rather the Chiefs win than the Cowboys.
Wow.
It's that bad.
Damn.
America don't want the Cowboys to win.
I'm cool with the Cowboys winning. They're gonna be talking a lot of shit, but I'm cool. Just one. I mean, this year I was going for the Chiefs, but I'm cool with the Cowboys winning next year.
If the Cowboys beat the dynastic plot, do you understand how crazy they gonna hold on to that? You see John the other day. John was like, "Bro, we retired Tom Brady. Tom Brady washed. But we retired Tom Brady." Imagine they beat Patrick Mahomes in his prime. That'd be prime Patrick Mahomes. I will give you the platform though. I will let you talk and have because that's good for content. But I would be distraught. I had a dream that the Cowboys won a Super Bowl and it was just dark the next day. Like it was freaking dark. Maurice, remember our roommate James? Okay. James, like he was in a dream. He was like, "Hey Jesse, how about them Cowboys?" I feel like hitting them.
Sound like a nightmare.
No way. That was a freaking nightmare. It was dark. It was raining outside. Ain't nobody got time for that. I felt like I felt dread. It was there's the worst emotion you can feel is hopelessness and dread, and I just felt dread.
Wow.
I was like, That's how bad. I was like, dang, this is the existence. This is the existence I have to live in forever.
Forever.
Ain't no way. So we'll keep that. Hey, look, maybe when I get older, but ain't no way. I will ask you this though. Obviously, we all represent the AFC. So I'm curious. We all are in different divisions as well. What are the chances? What team out of us three has the most realistic chance of winning the division?
Winning division?
That's hard. And that's hard because y'all divisions are freaking terrible.
Oh my God. It's you then. Yeah, it's definitely you.
But I'm a terrible team. I have an awful team.
The Jaguars are pretty good then. Because I can't see us beating the Bills. No. Okay, maybe it really depends if we get Aaron Rodgers. You said winning division, right? You did say that, right?
Yeah, winning division, yeah.
Maybe me.
You.
Maybe me. Maybe the Jets. It really depends on what we get. It probably is because maybe it's me. Because I don't see y'all beating Chiefs. I'm sorry. Y'all probably win one game, but y'all not winning the division. Y'all don't win the division. And Jesse, unless Bryce Young or this turns out to be like some stardom, it's the only way. And even then, y'all really ain't got no talent like that at the wide receiver position. So I don't know. We'll see.
We have to draft one, yeah. Yeah, it might be you. So, which one of us three is obviously most realistic to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? Wish I had a Chiefs fan here. It'd be like, me.
Super Bowl? Can I can say maybe the Broncos. I can see maybe they just have one of those crazy playoff runs. Like
flash in the pan?
Legit. Like Russell Wilson just like, I'm that man this year. It's come. I'm here. And I can see y'all represent us in the AFC in the championship.
2023 comeback player of the year.
Jerry, you need Russell Wilson to be like, there are 3 quarterbacks in NFL history that I think of when I think of road warriors.
Okay.
I think of Joe Flacco, I think of Eli Manning, and I think of Mark Sanchez.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say Mark Sanchez. Okay.
The Broncos had 2 of those quarterbacks.
You did.
Okay.
The hope is Russell's added to that list because those 3 were road warriors. Never won their division. They don't be winning their division for nothing. But they be going out there. They be winning them road games. Where they be traveling hard places. They be driving to Indy, New England. They be traveling hard, Dallas, Green Bay, freaking all these hard places. And they be mollywopping some people.
We got to. Look at Tom Brady. He taking up all the home things.
Yeah, so Jared, you need Russell Wilson to join those three. And look, those 3 are not seen as the best quarterbacks of all time.
Mm-mm.
But if I had to go travel on the road, I'm not taking Tom Brady. I'm not taking Peyton Manning. I'm for sure not taking Peyton Manning, especially when it's cold. I'm not even taking Patrick Mahomes because I don't know how he plays on the road. He never is on the road in the postseason. Mm-hmm. I'm taking Eli Manning. Give me Joe Flacco, 11 touchdowns. Give me Mark Sanchez. He beat the Colts in Indy, and then he beat New England in New England. Super stud.
Dumbass.
See, that's what you need, Jared. Jared, so Maurice, is there any advice? Just give Jared some advice real quick on how to handle this type of stuff.
How to live,
dog. It's gonna get to a point where you don't even focus on sports anymore, especially football. You just let it happen. And when they start getting good, you come back. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like now you're like, okay, wait. Oh, we should be competing with the Chiefs. Okay, maybe I can look, but sometimes even when you look, they be down 30, and then you go back for a few more years. All right, until Patrick Mahomes is done, that's when you come back. That's what I suggest. Just wait on it. It's gonna happen in 20 years, but it's gonna happen. How about this? Your kids will be able to prosper. How about that? Just hope for your kids, because your life, your livelihood with football is officially over, dog. We shall see.
You know the funny thing is, Jared, Shannon Sharp is a Broncos guy, and he be rooting hard for Mahomes. Man.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
he was rooting hard. Like this morning, I know Skip. He was rooting for the Eagles too. It was a weird backwards, it was like some Twilight Zone type stuff. But no, Lily, he was rooting hard for Patrick Mahomes, and he was like, bro, Patrick Mahomes, you have to call that play regardless. Like, you can't just stop making calls even though it's the fourth quarter. And then LeBron was like, LeBron tweeted, he was like, hey, you don't make that call at the end of the game. And then Shannon Sharp was like, LeBron, this is my rebuttal to you. When you got fouled on the hand by Jason Tatum, you had a whole heart attack, a temper tantrum on the floor screaming. But you didn't say just play on. You just said you obviously was distraught. But see, here's the difference between that. This is different. And this
okay.
Go ahead. Maurice,
That's a legit, obvious foul. Like it was like so like it disrupted the arc of the ball. Like you clearly know that was a foul. There's no way he's just gonna miss a blatant layup without getting fouled, right? There's no way. Even with the Chiefs throw, I think even with the holding, I still don't even think Juju would have even caught that ball unless he had to legit do some expertise athleticism to catch it. Nah, there's nothing. That was a ticky-tack foul.
That's for sure ticky-tack. And one thing I'll tell you, this, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, kids from all ages, is all when I say it's about plot. It doesn't matter. As you the main character, you getting calls. I remember James Harden. He was going to the postseason. I remember he faced the Warriors. Them people were landing in that man's shooting space every time. Just try to break his freaking ankle. I remember my man Draymond Green poked my man right in his freaking eyeballs. Oh, yeah. My man's eyes were red than a mug. He didn't get no foul calls. If that was Steph Curry, the refs are freaking, they're blowing the whistle.
They're stopping the game, dog. That's funny.
My man literally was almost bleeding out of his eyes. They ain't called foul because he got no plot. He has no plot.
That's funny.
So when you get to a point in life when you realize you're not the main character and your team's not the main character, it's fine. I could look at the game and say, oh, we're facing him today? Let's see how we lose this one.
Yeah, legit. It's going to get to a point. Look, this is going to get to a point. You're going to be like, you're going to, the Patriots were like always the test to see how far the rebuild is coming. You know, if that makes sense. Like, it's always the test, like, okay, we got blown out by 30 last year. Let's see if we can get blown out by 25 this year. All right. Let's see how far. That's how the Chiefs going to be eventually. They're going to be like they're going to be the bar. They're going to see, okay, if we're getting better, we're getting closer to the Chiefs. We're getting closer. And obviously you might not ever hit it, but they're going to be the test for you guys every single year.
And I'll tell you one thing, Jared. Here's the sad thing. The way we knew he was special is when he faced you on Monday Night Football. He threw the ball with his left hand and had that first down. That's when we knew. So he's your plaything. He's the thing that he tries out the tricks. He said he want to do that no look thing. He trying out tricks against y'all. That's the team he doing it against. So we gonna see a lot of his career highlights gonna be against y'all. So I'll tell you, look. So just sit back, understand that you're not the main character. You are the person to make him look better. That's your job. Your job is to make him look special. You're the jobber. You're supposed to make him look special. Okay? So sit back. You got Sean Payton. So now you make him even look more special because you have competent coaching. He's doing that against the Broncos?
Fuck, bro.
So sit back. You have the Nuggets. You're the 1 seed.
Got the Nuggets.
I don't know what KD gonna do. I don't know what Kyrie and Luka gonna do. But y'all still the 1 seed. Y'all clearly going to be the 1 seed. Y'all above everyone else. So watch the Nuggets. Maybe Jokic got plot. If he do, it's like the Dirk Nowitzki plot. He probably going to have some adversity plot. I promise it's going to be like that. He got the same build too. But that's better than what you have for the Broncos. Oh, yeah. So just, sit back, drink some beer if you do that. If not, drink some water and watch the Patrick Mahomes show. And when your kids are born and they're about 6 years old, they'll be like, Daddy, did you watch Patrick Mahomes? Son, I lived him.
Son, I lived that. That's crazy. Rough ride, dog. The Rockies good? Are they good?
Oh, no.
Damn, dog. Yeah, it's just the Nuggets.
You got the
Nuggets and Avalanche.
But, Jared, I will tell you, and Jared, this is the one last thing I'm going to tell you, too. The Nuggets are going to lose in a terrible fashion this postseason as well. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But it might be in the conference finals. It might be in the second round. We'll see. But you already know, Jared. You already know plot. He watch enough sports. You already know plot. You can see something gonna happen in a game 6 or 7. You know. We'll do more basketball podcasts and we will relive and we will talk about this. But enjoy your ride now. Remember, I had this too. I am a Rockets fan. I'm a Rockets fan. I was the 1 seed, and look what happened to me at the end of that season. Worst loss of all time.
Oh my gosh.
But thank you guys for joining. This was a great podcast talking about the Super Bowl, the Chiefs. We're going to bow down to you for a couple years. We're perfectly fine with that. I am rebuilding, so it's whatever to me. If Maurice gets Aaron Rodgers, he will gain expectation and likely lose to the Chiefs. And Jared, if you will likely be the Chiefs' best highlight tape when he uses highlights against. So that's pretty unfortunate for all three of us.
Welcome to Chiefs, the next Cowboys. 20 years, dog. Welcome to
my prediction for next year's Super Bowl, Chiefs, Cowboys, That one's for you, John. This one's for John.
I'm ass. Wow. That's funny.
Rest in peace, Pat Bowles.
That's funny. I like that one.
There you go. My football fans understand that one. If you don't, watch football more. We will catch you guys on the next one. We are out of here. Peace.